So if you're stuck after the breakup, and if you're suffering, and if you don't know what to do to end this cycle, and if you want to get through expect, watch this video. I don't care if this is a drug like cocaine, or if it's a woman, or if it's a relationship, or if it's whatever it is. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to be dependent on something that makes me feel so low. See, after the breakup, most people get stuck in this dark place for months. They struggle, and they can't eat, they can't sleep, they start drinking, they start doing things that are bad for them. They start to try to do things to convince their ex to get back together with them. And here in this video, I'm going to show you what to do so you can thrive. You can stop all of those pain and all of those negative emotions, and what you can do to come out of this with a little bit of effort. See, think about it. Imagine a car and that can carry only 4 people. Imagine you try to put 10 people in this car and go up the hills. What happens? Well, it's going to struggle. And that's what exactly is happening right now. You need to tap into resources that you have, and you never actually use them. And most people don't do it. Most people don't do it. They resist. So they start to feel sad. And sadness is very familiar. They get addicted to that sadness because it's easy. Because it's easier than changing. It's easier than tapping into those feelings. I remember when I was going through the breakup, when I was 21 or 22, it took me 6 months to let go. Everything was so dark because I just didn't know how to use what I have in me to come out of that pain. And I didn't know if that's even possible. So what I was doing was trying to text her. I was trying to get her to message me. I was trying to convince her to come back to me. I was trying to look, what happened, my confidence, it just shattered. Because I was thinking, why did she go with somebody else? So I was looking at the wrong place, looking at the wrong things to get the answer. And if you're struggling right now, I want you to think about yourself like that car that I said. You need resources. Say you have needs. You have physical needs. You need sex. You have emotional needs. You need to be loved. You need those conversations with your ex. You have mental needs. You need all of those things that your ex used to bring for you. And like when you sit with her, when you spend time with your ex, you feel certain things and those emotions are extremely addictive. Now that she's gone, those familiarity is gone as well, and you crave them. You want those feelings, and you will have to get to a point that you don't need that anymore. And how can you do that? That's the thing. That's what I'm going to tell you here. After the breakup, there are so many thoughts. There's so many emotions and thoughts there that kill your awareness. Your awareness is the vehicle that takes you to where you want to be. So you want to be aware of how you feel and how you think. When you're aware of that, then you realize, okay, you feel sad because of lack of those emotions, because of lack of company, because of lack of feeling safe and secure with that person next to you. First, you need to be aware of that. Instead of trying to stop the thoughts like, oh, fuck, my wife, I think this, what should I text her to change her mind? First, be aware. Be aware. Give life to your awareness. That I'm feeling these things. These are dogs, by the way. They're making sound. It's really cool. So you have awareness that I just can't sit. I just can't be anymore because she's not here. And I feel like that because there is now lack in my life. And there's this big gap that I need to fill, but she's not there to fill this gap. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna run like a chicken without a head from here to there, trying to fill that by bringing back to her life, to my life. In reality, even if she comes back to your life, you will not find that peace. You'll not find that peace. Because your peace, your happiness, your calm will be dependent on somebody else that could leave at any second. So what do you want to do? This breakup, dude, this breakup can be the best thing that ever happened to your life, because now you can tap into some resources that you never thought you have, and they're free, and they're already right now inside of you. You can bring them out, and it's one of the most incredible things that can happen to you, a breakup. Now, how can you do that? First of all, notice when you want to get things in life, man, when you want to get love, when you want to get attention, when you want to get relationship, you have to be good. You have to be good. Now, what do I mean good? By good, I mean you have to have good skills, to manage your emotions. Because this girl left you, this woman left you because you did things that brought heaviness to the relationship. You did things that didn't deliver all of the things that she wanted. For example, maybe you took her for granted. Maybe you worked too hard and you didn't give her enough attention. Maybe you and her, maybe you stopped having sex. Some things happened that killed it between you and her, and that's connection was lost. Now, sometimes guys pick the wrong woman. That's another story. But for any reason, the relationship didn't go the way you and her wanted, and things ended. So you want to see, how can it be good? First of all, you understand your emotions. You have to understand that this relationship that you have with women is all about connection, and it's all about feeling good. Think about it. If she felt incredible with you, good in bed, emotionally feeling secure and safe, always having a good time together, do you think she would leave? No. Why would she leave? Because there was some drama. So how can you do it? How can you bring some good emotions to your life and to your relationship? You gotta think about your emotional, your mental, your financial, and your physical needs. And you need to maximize the quality of this. You know, usually when I talk to guys, they tell me the first thing, they have money problems. So they struggle, so they have to work. They have to the dude goes 9 to 5 to a job. She goes 9 to 5 to a job. She gets closer to her colleagues. They come back home, they're both super tired. He gets a beer, he falls asleep in front of TV. Then, guess what? She spends all her time, every day, Monday to Friday, spending time with another guy who works right next to her. They have body problems. Now, I know this is a very difficult thing to look at, but you just think about it. Imagine you spend most of your life next to a woman every day, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, somebody who's not your wife. And she spends time with somebody who's not a husband. The setup is difficult, and this is not something that you may see people talking about it, but that is the truth. That's a reality. The more time you spend with somebody, the closer you get to them, and that's what a lot of affairs happen. Look at Ashley Madison. That's the first thing that when I talk to guys, usually I say, dude, you're not even ready to be in a relationship. And they say, oh, what are you talking about? We've been together for 4 years. I say, that's why your relationship is so bad, because you're not ready to be in a relationship. Most people feel entitled to be in a relationship while they're not. And I myself right now, I'm not in a situation to be in a relationship because of many reasons. You know, a relationship is a big thing. It's not just something, hey, let's just get into a relationship. If you don't do things right, if your situation is not good, it's going to fall apart. Just like the car. You cannot put 10 people in a car that can only carry 4 people. You need to be financially in a good place so you can create a good life for yourself and for her. You can create good experiences. If you're stressed about money the whole time, what do you think that does to your relationship? If you're always stressed about money. Or another thing, I know guys who are just mentally not in a place to be in a relationship. I know guys that when I talk to them, they do this so tense, so negative about life. Everything he says is just complaining about how he had problem with his mechanic, has problem with his doctor, has problem with the colleagues, how he doesn't like his kids. All of this, like the mindset of this dude is so negative. He doesn't want to be around himself, and he wonders, okay, why my relationship is not working. Then there is the awareness of how you spend time with yourself. That's another big thing. Most guys don't know about it. Most guys hate being on their own. Most guys hate spending time with themselves, and they want to feel that, they want to change that by spending time being next to somebody else. Of course, that person knows. Of course, then that person becomes your drug, and you become addicted to the person, and they see that, they feel the heaviness. How are you doing with yourself, dude? How often do you sit with yourself? Like, ask yourself, why don't you enjoy spending time with yourself? That's a really big thing. That's a really big thing. People should be educated before stepping into relationships. But there's no education for that. Nobody tells you, hey, you know what? You gotta have a good time with yourself first, then you get into a relationship. All the education is go out, go to a bar, get a nice girl, have a great time. Yeah, those stuff all comes after. The first relationship, the most important relationship in your life is with yourself. Now, if you want to stop this pain, dude, you gotta do this. You gotta start to look at this. Because you have a choice from here. You can either continue to be sad and depressed and jump into rebound relationship, another one after another one, or you can look at yourself and say, okay, first let me fix this relationship. How do you fix the relationship with yourself? You gotta have an incredible life with yourself. That's why in the program I tell guys, you gotta spoil yourself this week. Go there, get a forehand massage, go get a fancy meal, go and stay in a really nice hotel, and you have one job. You have one job. Do your crying 5 minutes a day, and the rest of the day you're not allowed to feel bad. You don't allow this to ruin your day. So you start to build a relationship with your subconscious that regulates your emotions. You start to have full awareness of how you feel throughout the day. Man, you wake up, what do you do when you wake up? Most guys that I know, they wake up, they're like, oh, what should I do now? Maybe I go to work, maybe, I don't know. They do whatever happens randomly. And when you notice that you have to treat yourself like a machine, you have to give yourself a step-by-step things to do every day, then you start to build a good relationship, because you start to see, wait a minute, it works. If I have a list of things that I do when I wake up every morning, I drink my water, I do my planks, I do my cold shower, I do my push-ups. Wow, look at that. 25-30 minutes passed and I did everything like the day before, and I feel really great. Wow, morning taken care of. Your body works, your system works well. But if you don't have that, what do? You wake up in the morning, first thing you turn to the girl next to you, or entertain me, do something. She's not in the mood. Now what, you're gonna have a bad day because you feel rejected. Build your routines first. In the program, week 2, day 12, day 13, day 14, I talk to you about your vision and your purpose. If your life doesn't have a purpose, if you're not doing something that you love, if you're not making a lot of money, if you're not contributing, it will be very difficult for you to be happy in a relationship. Because that family, that relationship, that girl, that sex can never satisfy you fully if you don't have those foundations. The relationship sits on top of a solid life that you build for yourself first. So many families break because of financial problem and alcohol drinking problems. Why do you think that is? Why do you think alcohol is a problem? Because alcohol, people drink because there's pressure in them. You're here in this situation, dude. You want to get out of this. It's time to look at things. You gotta build your life, man. You know, when I talk to you about discipline, I say without discipline, there's no point doing anything. You gotta work in that discipline. When I say 5-minute plank, 4-minute plank, whatever, or I say the cold showers, it's because you learn to not negotiate with your mind. Right now, your mind says, oh man, fuck, I gotta text her. Oh man, I gotta call her. Oh shit, I gotta go. Where is she? What is she doing? Don't negotiate with your mind, dude. That's how you become strong. That's working on yourself means learning how to control what you think about, instead of jumping to whatever you think about and randomly having emotions because of those thoughts. That's what you should be working on right now. You should be working on exactly what triggers the emotion that you're feeling right now, where you're going with your life. What do you want to do? How much longer do you want to be a hostage? You gotta ask yourself, how much longer do I want to be a hostage to women? It's a good question, legit question you gotta ask yourself. I remember that there was a day in my life that I said, dude, I just don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't care if this is a drug like cocaine, or if it's a woman, or if it's a relationship, or if it's whatever it is. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to be dependent on something that makes me feel so low. But there's alternative as well. I'm gonna go head to head, and I'm gonna resist this so much. I'm gonna create so much more resistance here, because she will realize that she made a big mistake. You can start to change things at her end, but even if it works, it will be only temporary. When it comes to texting, there are so many things you can do right, but if you want your texting to be fixed, you need to fix how you think and how you feel first. Because even if I give you all of the text messages, which I will in the program, I will, and I try to help you as much as I can with the texting. But if you don't do week 1 and 2, if you don't fix your inner game, if you don't fix your values, if you don't fix a relationship with yourself, no text can save the day. You have to fix a relationship with yourself. You have to have routines. Dude, you know, when I talk to guys, they say, oh, Ben, you know, I can't pay for the program. And I look at a 45-year-old guy. I want to get this girl back to my life, and he's struggling with $250. He wants a payment plan. Absolutely no judgment. I know life can be difficult. I know it can be hard, but they're priorities. If you're struggling to put food on the table, you're not ready to have a girlfriend right now, dude. It doesn't work that way. there are things that you gotta do in order to be ready to go to next level. I can't have a billionaire lifestyle when I don't have $1 million. I can't have a million lifestyle when I don't have $10,000. You gotta do your priorities right, do things right. First thing, number one, you have to take care of your health, man. If you're a smoker, if you're a drinker, if you eat random food, if you don't have a good healthy diet, if you don't take care of your body, if you don't do sports, that's the first thing you gotta do. If you're emotionally not in a good place, if you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're not happy on your own, that's the second thing. After that, if you have struggles with money, then you do that. Once those are taken care of, then you move to relationship. And when life goes hard, when things are tough, when money goes down and health goes down, the need for a relationship goes up. That's why when everything is great, you don't want to change it. You don't want to be dependent on anybody else. Everything is awesome. If you're healthy, if your thoughts are good, your emotions are good, and you have a lot of money, you don't want to be in a relationship, trust me. There are, the guys, usually when I talk to them, I say, why do you want to be with this woman? They're like, okay, this lonely guy and this lonely woman, they're both struggling with everything. Now, two lonely people together, they try to make something work. Relationships should happen when you are really thriving with life. You have everything you want. You feel incredible. You feel amazing. And you find somebody who's also there. It's a bonus. A relationship is a bonus. A relationship is not everything. If it becomes everything in your life, then you become very vulnerable. Go there, fine. You want to start a relationship, go start a relationship. You want to get your ex back, fix yourself first. I say it one more time. You take care of your body, you take care of your food, you take care of your health. You don't do things that are bad for you. You take care of your mind. You understand how to separate your bad thoughts from good thoughts and only choose thoughts consciously. Then you understand the relationship between your thoughts and emotions. Every thought that you have is going to trigger some emotion. So instead of being slave randomly to those thoughts, choose them so you can choose how you feel. Then next level, finances. Fix your finances. Now you did the big three. Now it's cool. If this is consistent, if you don't have to go and spend most of your day doing something you don't want to do, if you have the freedom, now cool. Let's see if we can find somebody else as well. Not that you don't believe the things that I see. I see a dude on cocaine meets another girl who's drunk in a club, and they go and they make a baby. And that poor kid, imagine that kid. People do that. The dude has problem with work. He has problem with health. Well, life is already terrible. He goes out to club. He drinks. He does some drugs. He smokes. Meets a girl who's also having problems. Man, you don't believe things that I see. I went on a date, and the girl showed up. So we went to a lounge place, and the waitress came. Then the girl instantly said, I don't want alcohol. That was a bit weird because usually girls drink alcohol in a lounge. So we sat, we talked. She was a bit heavy. She looked very heavy feelings, and after like 15 minutes, she suddenly said, I'm pregnant. I'm like, what? Then I saw she starts to have tears. I'm like, what the fuck? She was pregnant, 4 months, you couldn't see. Real skinny girl. Slept with some random dude. She didn't know when, how I got pregnant. I said, what is going on? Like, I wanted to tell her, why the fuck did you keep the baby of a dude you don't even know where he is? She said, oh, I wanted to feel that I can be a good mother. Dude, that is the world we're living in. The woman goes out, sleep with some dude she doesn't remember, both drunk. She gets pregnant, keep the baby. And they wonder why their relationships don't work. You want to come out of this breakup, you take a very good look at yourself. With your health, how are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of your finances? How are you taking care of your emotions and thoughts? Get awareness of those first. Fix those first, then texting will become a piece of cake because you won't be texting from a position of lack. You won't be texting from a position of neediness. You'll be texting because everything else in your life is cool. There's no pressure. You don't need it to happen. You don't need to make it happen. You don't need to get some data out of this call so you can feel good about yourself and your life. That's what you should be working on right now. Go write down list of the things that you want to do with your life. Write down where are you with your health. Are you smoking? Are you smoking cigarette? Are you smoking weed? Are you going to gym consistently? How do you take care of yourself? Are you doing your audiobooks or reading your audiobooks? Are you doing anything for your discipline every day? Guys go on Xanax, guys go on Zoloft, guys go on Lexapro. Before they take care of their life, before they take care of them, before they, you know what, because they want easy. Oh man, I can't do this. Dude, you know, I learned this from Tony Robbins. That thing that you want, that moves you for that thing that you're trying to get from women and from your ex, you can get it from progress. That's why I keep saying, have a purpose in your life. Have a purpose in your life, something that you love, makes you money and contributes. Do that, have a purpose, and make progress towards that. Then you will see what happens. I remember when I was in Australia, I was working as a Domino's pizza delivery guy. I was making about $9 an hour, treated so badly. I was 20 or 21. That was when I first got to Australia. Dude, you have no idea how much I needed to be with somebody to take the weight and pressure of life off me. I was going to university as well. There was pressure on me. I couldn't understand what they talk about at university. It was hard. Then when I was spending time with my girl, her name was Jenny. I was spending time with her, it was like I wanted to kill myself, but she was just there. Somebody to distract me from my misery in my life, because I had no idea what's happening. Years passed. I look at some month like $50,000, $60,000 in 1 month. Money comes in, health in good situation, contribution to a level that some nights I go to bed 4 o'clock. I talk to guys 12 hours. Like man, guys tell me like my own brother. They tell me, Ben, I love you. A dude that I had no idea where this guy was. Do you know how fulfilling it is? Selfish, not selfish, doesn't matter. It's a win-win. Somebody comes, imagine you make the life of another person better, and you build a connection between yourself and that person. It's incredible, dude. You gotta do something like that for yourself. If you're a smoker, if you're a drinker, if you have defeated those, teach that. Teach that. Trust me, people are happy to pay you a lot of money if you fix a problem like this for them. That's what you should be doing. You should be doing something meaningful for your life, so you feel that there's a meaning to you. When you do that, then you also make money. Then you also put your energy and effort in something that is meaningful. Then your need for relationships goes down. I see it every day. I talk to tens of guys every day. Guys who have a meaning for their life, guys who are doing something good for their life, it's much easier for them to detach and move on, or get back their ex, because their life has they just need some direction. But guys who struggle with money, guys who smoke, guys who drink, guys who don't take care of themselves, guys who have a bad relationship with themselves, they also struggle with the relationship as well, with the texting as well. What if she doesn't text back? Do the basics first. Do the basics first. Take care of yourself. Do things that are good for you. Build a relationship with yourself. Write down where you want to go with yourself, where you want to go with your life. You gotta find that purpose. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you don't find your purpose, you'll always look out. You look for reasons outside, for things and people to give you meaning, relationships to give you meaning. And that's not stable. That should be a part of you. You should be the sun of your galaxy. You cannot make that woman or relationship or anything else become that. This is Ben. I'll see you in the next video.